Hey there, welcome to Ventichic, the hub where up-and-coming billionaires soak in some inspiration. Remember the whole buzz around the 1970s quartz watch invasion in the West? Well, the real show started once the dust settled. Think about it. Classic watch brands were falling apart like dominoes, bowing to the unbeatable prices of their Eastern counterparts. The mechanical watch scene had to whip out some major pivoting moves to survive. Brace yourself for what's coming. It was a gutsy, high-stakes gamble, and it honestly shouldn't have panned out. But lo and behold, we got the Audemars Piguet, Royal Oak, and the Patek Philippe Nautilus. Talk about twists and turns, right? It's quite a reality check to remember that Rolex and Omega were just regular Joe brands pre-crisis. Think about it, they were kinda like what Apple is today, delivering primo products for everyday use. Not dirt cheap, but still aimed at a broad crowd that demanded quality and dependability. Yep, they were luxury players, same as Audemars Piguet and Patek Philippe, but their luxury points came from precious metals and intricate complications. But whoosh, like a snap of the fingers, those complications got KO'd by electronic gizmos that could do everything and then some. And get this, it was all pre-watch collecting frenzy, pre-vintage watch craze. Back then, watches were just tools like your trusty cell phone, no inherent value attached. There was a need to convince folks that watches were more than just timekeepers. Enter Gerald Genta, a rising star in watch design, with a game-changing vision. He boldly stated, "Watches to me are the opposite of freedom. I'm an artist, a painter. I hate the constraint of time, it annoys me." This revolutionary perspective paved the way for a shift in watchmaking, from being all about function to embracing the realm of art and style. Join the squad by subscribing and ensuring you'd never miss out a moment with that bell icon. First came the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak in 72, swiftly followed by the Patek Philippe Nautilus in 76. These weren't your average timepieces. No, these were hefty stainless steel powerhouses, sporting angular designs that broke the mold. Wrap your head around this. Genta whipped up the Royal Oak's design in just one day. As for the Nautilus, Patek Philippe owned up to a mere 5-minute design session. But guess what? Even that wasn't enough. There was the price tag. Oh boy, these watches took expensive to a whole new level. To put it into perspective, the Royal Oak's cost surpassed many of the brand's classic gold models, and it was a whopping 10 times pricier than the Rolex Submariner of its era. This bold risk could have easily tossed these brands into history's forgotten pages, yet it didn't. Instead, it birthed the sports and luxury watch niche. Patek Philippe coins them as sports and luxury watch trendsetters, symbols that scream wealth, flaunting the ability to rock the priciest watches, even if they're just stainless steel. Once the affluent crowd made this connection, these watches exploded into stardom. Isn't it fascinating? These watches, conjured up in less than a day, have morphed into the legendary duo that resuscitated the watch industry into the lavish behemoth we see today. Quite the accomplishment, right? Maybe it was pure chance, a fortunate twist of fate, celestial alignment. Delving deeper might unveil the real story. Since the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak led the charge, let's begin there. Genta found inspiration in a diver's helmet window, and not just for looks, but for its engineering prowess. Similar to the helmet, the Royal Oak employs compression to keep water out. The integration of bezel screws that puncture through the case, embracing the layered structure, gives rise to an intriguing question. Why are these screws slotted when their turning is restricted? Crafted from white gold, these screws were Genta's deliberate choice, a deviation from steel due to economic considerations. Interestingly, they were initially conceived to be intentionally misaligned, perhaps serving as a subtle nod to the evolving emphasis of mechanical watches, transitioning from mere function to embodying artistic form. However, it's equally plausible that the misalignment emerged from the realm of Genta's exhaustion-induced creativity as he grappled with the demand of an outrageous deadline. Liking what you're hearing? Thumbs up fuels us and sharing powers the community. Although the Nautilus remains rooted in maritime inspiration, it also boasts its own quirks. Genta's creativity dove deep into a porthole-inspired approach for this design. He drew inspiration from the vertical hinges seen on ship windows, translating this concept into the case ears that connected the watch's front and rear, ensuring a watertight seal. However, a discrepancy arose between Genta's initial vision and the final product. While his original concept concealed the ears neatly behind the octagonal bezel, practical considerations led to the ears protruding more conspicuously due to the necessary thickness of the pins. However, in spite of these idiosyncrasies, the Nautilus casts its own irresistible spell with its elegant curves, meticulously polished surfaces, and a mysterious smoky dial. In contrast, the Royal Oak presents itself as a robust, industrial masterpiece, characterized by its sharp edges and an intricately engraved dial reminiscent of a well-worn hobnail boot. Does this put the Nautilus on a higher pedestal? It unquestionably sets it apart in a distinct manner. Does the Royal Oak's groundbreaking originality overshadow the Nautilus's refined sophistication? The answer lies within individual inclinations. Are you captivated by the explosive dynamism of Terminator 2, or the stark allure of the original tech noir resonate more deeply with you? A common thread of audacity and innovation unites these two iconic timepieces, the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak and the Patek Philippe Nautilus. Despite the existence of watches with superior water resistance achieved through different methods, these watches chose the path less traveled. Their clamping bolts and pinned ears weren't mere engineering solutions. They became integral to their distinctive aesthetics. It's akin to the Bugatti Chiron's lightning-quick acceleration to 250 miles per hour in a mere 30 seconds, a demonstration of pushing the boundaries. In a similar vein, the Royal Oak and Nautilus didn't shy away from challenging the norm, setting out on a daring journey to secure their place in horological history. This boldness echoes the spirit of asking, "What if?" as they defied conventions, forever altering the watch industry's course. Indeed, whether your heart leans towards Audemars Piguet or Patek Philippe, one undeniable fact remains. Both these remarkable timepieces share the touch of a designer who openly confessed his indifference towards watches. Could it have been a serendipitous stroke of luck? Perhaps a twist of fate was at play. It's intriguing to consider whether chance played a role in their creation, and let's not overlook the intriguing twist that Genta initially crafted the Nautilus with women in mind. Such twists and turns add layers of complexity to the narrative of these iconic watches. Which do you prefer more after watching this video? Audemars Piguet Royal Oak or Patek Philippe Nautilus? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this video informative and engaging, we'd appreciate your support through likes and subscriptions. If you have specific watches you'd like us to review in the future, please share your suggestions in the comments section below. And that concludes our discussion for now. Thank you for joining us here at Ventichic. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. Stay tuned for our upcoming updates.